I don't play. Hey, you guys. I haven't really been doing a lot of lives, but we are back. So, I tell you my little hack, if you will. So, when you go to the grocery store, okay, we know everything's like super expensive and meat, okay? My little hack for chicken breast is instead of buying chicken breast that could go from anywhere from like $13 just for one pack of chicken breast, get you a pack of drumsticks, chicken drumsticks, and cut the meat off of it. So all of these are done. I just cut the meat off of it, and I have a ton of meat in here. Okay, chicken, not chicken, chicken, not chicken. So you just cut all the meat off of that. If you're trying to save, if not, honey, do you, boo? So I just cut all the meat off of there. When I did used to eat meat, y'all, like chicken, I should say, right? When I used to eat chicken, I used to love me some chicken drumsticks. But yeah, so what I am making, I'm making another crock pot meal. I'll just let you guys join. I'll just be talking. So all of these are done. I took all the meat off of those already. Um, what was I saying? I'm making another crock pot meal, and this one is called chicken parmesan. So basically, you can use chicken breast or you can do exactly what I'm doing right now. Whatever suits you. Um, Garlic, chicken, potato, parmesan. So I'm going to be cutting up some potatoes and putting it in a crock pot along with chicken. You can season your meat however you want. Um, I've made this on the stovetop before, but having it in the crock pot allows me to get things done, and it can just kind of cook on there, and by the time I'm, ready, it's ready. So, but you could totally make this on the stove top. I've done this several times. This is one of the kids' favorite meal because they all love potatoes. We all love potatoes. Kids love potatoes. So, and if you have children, they can be picky eaters. And sometimes it can be hard trying to find food that they will actually enjoy. Um, like the meal that I made last night was pretty good. Just trying to make sure they're having a good balance. Um, Roman pretty much ate all his veggies last night. Esther, you guys know. If you know, you know. We're still working on Essie. She's a work in progress. She's coming along, though. She's coming along. Essie used to be my best eater. And then, of course, as they get older, you already know what's about to happen. Um, I am making garlic chicken parmesan. So I'm just cutting the meat off of here. This way I get a lot more meat compared to getting the chicken breast at the store, which is a arm and a leg if you ask me. And I can get more meat. So I got um, two packs of chicken drumsticks, which is a lot of meat. If you take the meat off of the bone, I don't think there'll be anything of that. So these are all done. I'm gonna wash my cutting board. Gonna get rid of all of this. Quan, give me that bag right there. And just put this in there. I'm gonna wash the board, and then we'll just take that out there so it doesn't start to smell. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of that, wash the board, and then I'm going to cut up my potatoes. Exactly. Exactly. Get all the meat off of that. That's my little hack. Okay, thank you. And then I'm going to wash this off. And I'm just going to dice up the potatoes, y'all. I will be washing my meat, but I'm not at that point yet. So, oh, thank you for subbing. Thank you for being here. Okay. So I have my potatoes here. You can use whatever potatoes you like. Doesn't matter. I will be leaving the skin on it for flavor. I'm actually gonna wash my potatoes right now. Should have got another big bowl. So I'm gonna be dicing all of these up, y'all. Okay. I think this is a pretty big bag of potatoes. I think we're good. Now, this does not have to be perfect. And for me, I know I could use a bigger knife, but I kind of rather use this. Let's see how this goes. I think it doesn't matter how you cut up your potatoes. It really doesn't. Just dice it up. Just dice it up. I've always said cooking is whatever, however you want it to be. Make it however, cut it up however. There's no rules to this. I try to teach the kids that. Yes, my boys need to also learn how to cook, so I teach the boys how to cook. Cooking is however you want it. I don't want my boys having to depend on a woman in order to eat for their meal. So they need to learn how to cook. You know? If you have a wife and she loves to cook, that's great. But cleaning, cooking, men and women both got to do it too. There's, you know, if you live in the house, contribute, cook, make a meal. You want to eat, right? So, no, we teach them how to cook. And I always tell them cooking is whatever you like. If you're cooking for others, obviously keep other people in mind. But really no rules to this. It's however you want to make it. So I'm just going to dice these up. They're going to go in the crock pot. I said this already. I have made it on the stove before. But I'm going to toss it in the crock pot because I have things to do. Just going to put this in there, let it go. And I'll be on my merry way. Out of the two boys, though, I will say Nathan enjoys cooking the most. Quan, not so much. He'll cook, but not as much. You know, like everyone's different. Nathan loves to cook. Quan will cook if he absolutely have to. So at least he has that. At least I know if he has to cook, he'll cook. You know, try to prepare the kids for the real world. You know, trying to make sure you're raising responsible children. Parenting is literally the hardest job that you will ever do. I don't care what kind of field you're in, doctor, nurse, none of that matters. Being a parent will be the hardest job that you will ever do because one day you have to send these kids out into the world. And you have to make sure that they're good people, kind people, respectful, responsible, right? Is the hardest job that you will ever do, parenting. No other job could ever compare. Parenting will be the hardest job. It's very complex. He said, hi, everyone, and have a wonderful day. You as well. I like my potatoes to be quite small, so you'll see me go back in. I'm dicing it a little more. Listen, cooking is whatever you want it to be, okay? There's no rules to this. Whatever you like, that's how you make it. You're just cutting them up. Probably go back in, cut them a little bit more. This is my love language. I love cooking for my family. I enjoy it so much. Love it. Love it. Roman is stuck between all these sisters who love, obviously, the dolls and all of that, and he finds himself in the mix of it all. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. He be trying, but they get him. They get him every time. I'm just going back in and dicing it a little more. I like my potatoes. And then, of course, when I put it in a crock pot, y'all, I'm going to season it. You can use chicken bouillon, whatever seasoning. I'm telling you, when it comes to cooking, whatever you want. Whatever you want is what goes. Obviously, if you're cooking again for other people, just be mindful, you know, maybe tweak stuff here and there, depending on what they like. But I'm going to be making a lot of potatoes, y'all. I can't fast forward this because I'm live. This is the time-consuming part. But go ahead and start adding it to my crock pot so I can have some room for this. So all of this is going to go in there. I'm going to top it with the chicken later. Typically, I will season the chicken before I put it in, but I'm going to season everything all together while it's in the crock pot. Everything's just going to get taken care of all together. And as you see, I cut up all my potatoes all at once. Makes it go faster. What are you guys' weather looking like, huh? What is it looking like where you live? It's actually nice here. I like this time of year. I like when it's not like too hot or too cold. I said that earlier. So this is great. It did rain a lot last night. A lot. It's preparing us for the cold weather. There's been days where it's been cold, but, you know, nothing that's, like, bad. I thank the Lord for that. I know some people love the cold weather. I am not some people. I like this weather. Not hot, not cold. It's just right. In fact, I'm using this little baby knife. It's hilarious, but it works for me. So yeah, all of this is going to go into the crock pot. My chicken is going to go in there. I'm going to season everything all together. What else? And I like this because it's just one and done. You toss everything in there. There's not much to it, you know. I've been on here with y'all. Been on for 15 minutes already, guys. Wow. Time goes by too fast. So yeah, that's what I'm making. I don't know if I'll be able to make it through this entire live, because I have some auntie children who wants to get in the live, but you guys, we're potty training some kids, and if you know about potty training, then you know. You know. I don't even have to explain. You know. Like, there's nothing to explain. You get it. So, but yeah, if you're trying to make this meal, like I said, you diced up your potatoes, right? Your chicken. I won't season the chicken separately. You can if you want before you throw it in there, but it's all going in the same place. So, for me, like I said, I try to make quick meals during the weekdays. Something that's fast, easy. Even this is a little time consuming, but you know, you win some, you lose some. I have tons of easy meals that I can make every night, but then it becomes repetitive and the kids are like, it's a little boring now, Mom. You know? And I enjoy cooking too, so I like to switch it up. I don't like to just do the same things over and over. Now, if John was cooking, he'll make that same dish over and over and over and over and over again, y'all. The kids are like, Mom, can you cook? I'm like, I got you. I got you. Same meal over and over every single day. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but sometimes you just want something a little different, you know? Just a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to go ahead, y'all, add all of this to my crock pot. I'm going to wash my chicken because I haven't done that yet. I know that is literally an entire debate out in the cooking streets. Should we wash our chicken? Should we not? Should we wash our meat? Wash this. Yes, wash it. Wash it. Wash your meat. Wash everything you can before you cook it. Yeah. Okay? And I'm going to cook this on high. I'm going to cook it on high in the crock pot for oh, they're on the deck?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was like, what in the world? I'm hearing little voices for like 4 hours, guys.